All right. Good morning and hello, my fellow cookers and chefs. Today we got a special. I'm gonna do shrimp, chicken, pineapple shish kebabs with a habanero mango pineapple sauce that I'm gonna rub it with, or like a barbecue sauce, basically base it while it's grilling. And I'm gonna do several parts to this video, but basically these are all the ingredients I have. I'm not gonna use every bit of this ingredients, but some of it I'm gonna put away for later and do other stuff. But what I already did was I had some chicken breasts there. I went to HEB's, got 2 packs of chicken breasts that had actually 6 chicken breasts bone in. I deboned them, took all the fat out, and I got them all the skin and fat from the chicken breasts are right there. That's for my dogs. And what I did, I seasoned them already, and I also bought some shrimp. I believe they were 12 to 14 size shrimp, which is means you get 12 to 14 per pound. And I also got some 22 count that's going to be for the scampi. I'm also making scampi. I bought imitation crab because crab is very expensive and this tastes just as good. And I have all these ingredients are going to go for the sauce, for the scampi, and for the actual shish kebabs. So I got habaneros that's going to go into the sauce, which includes the mangoes. I got very ripe mangoes and a semi-ripe pineapple. And you know how to tell when you pull these out real easy. That's how you tell it's good. And you can also smell the bud in. They're good. I bought some more jasmine because we're running low. Jasmine rice. Of course, you need your bamboo sticks. And I've already seasoned the rice, seasoned the shrimp and the chicken last night. And this is what I use right there. Cavender's and Greek seasoning. I get them on the internet. And I've already got them pre-seasoned. And I'm about to separate everything. You're going to need parsley goes to the scampi. The cilantro is going to go to the sauce. And of course the mushrooms. I'm going to separate everything as and use what I use and explain it as I go along. But basically this is the bulk of everything. And like I said, I'm not using everything. Okay? I'm going to start prepping everything because I'm going to do them this evening. I want to get it done early this morning. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to do some fishing this morning. So I'm going to get a lot of this done, get my shish kebabs done, and have everything ready so I could just come in and slap it on the stove and start getting it together and grilling it up. They get done pretty fast. So the longest part of this is just the prep time making a shish kebab. So I'll go along as I separate everything and cut the video and add it in and be a little more descriptive of everything. Okay? See you in a little bit. Okay, here's how we're coming along. I got all my red, yellow, and green bell peppers cut, my zucchini cut, and my purple and yellow onion cut. I got them in this party tray here. They're easier to manage when I start to make my skewers. And what I have here, I got parsley chopped up, really fine chopped up as best I could, and I have the cut up mushrooms that I already buy pre-cut, and I got my scallions cut right there. This is going to be for the scampi. That's going to go with the imitation crab. You could use regular crab, lump crab, if you want to spend the money. It was expensive, so I think this is good enough. It comes out just as good. And my shrimp here, that's going to be the scampi part. I'm going to have everything ready just to get going. Now, of course, I'm going to use garlic. I'm going to start chopping up the garlic right now. I'm going to have that separated by itself because I'm going to cook that up with the butter. I'm going to cut up 1 jalapeno without seeds, a little piece of bell pepper, cut that up real fine. I'm going to add all these 2 ingredients right here with this, so that's going to all go in at the same time. And of course, that's going to go in towards the end after all the veggies are cooked. Well, we're going to pick it up as I make that. So, and of course, the butter and the garlic go in first, and that's to make the scampi. And I'll probably use the same seasonings right there for the rice, and of course, gonna have a lot of garlic, and we'll pick it back up, and I'm gonna start processing everything for the mango habanero pineapple sauce. It's gonna have a lot of garlic as well. I'm gonna get those all cut up and mashed. I'll make sure I get the real uh, ripe mango, very soft, the softest ones there for this dish, because it's gonna be pureed anyway in the processor into a sauce that I'm gonna use a special brush. I got a special surprise. In a little bit, I'll come up with that. All right, here's where we're coming along. I got all my garlic all chopped up really good, smashed and chopped up. I used a whole bulb, which was about maybe 9 or 10 cloves. But you can actually put more or less. It's up to you. It might be enough for 2 cups of rice, along with all the everything else, and of course the seafood that's going to go in there for the scampi. But for right now, I'm going to put this in the container right here because that's going to be another first phase of the butter and the olive oil, everything else. But we're gonna come back to that. I'm just getting everything prepped right now. And man, I was sure tempted to put some of those in there, but oh man, I think I'll be in trouble if I did that. And look what I got on the side. Those green onions that I cut up. You see these right here? They're gonna go right in the garden along with these from my onion patch. It's gonna be some green onions. There's plenty of bulbs right there. Each one of those, everything here is gonna go into a green onion. And of course, all my cuttings that I don't use, discard, I'm going to put that in the garden in my mulch little container where I keep all my mulch. So now I'm going to start the process of getting everything ready for the sauce. Right now, this is the scampi, getting this together. All right, we got everything done. I got my pineapple cut up. That's going to be the pineapple for the shish kebabs. And I got my habanero, my garlic, and my cilantro chopped up. This is gonna be for the sauce. That's the mango. That's a mushy mango. It just came apart really good and mushy. And here's the sweetest part of the pineapple. Little pieces I'm gonna put in the pineapple. This is gonna go into the sauce, okay? And it's gonna still need some butter and also Sprite. I'm gonna put some Sprite. You could put apple juice. You could put water with sugar, but the Sprite gives it the lemon taste. And I don't know if y'all noticed the prices of limes nowadays and lemons is crazy. I think we're still trying to recover from that freeze 2 years ago. But anyway, um, yeah, this is what's gonna go. And once I get this going, I'm gonna put it all together, and you could it's gonna go into the processor. So you could leave it kind of coarse chop, not really chop, just cook it up, and it's gonna reduce down and add all the liquids. And once it cools down, I'm gonna blend it up, and then add whatever seasoning like powder, maybe salt, maybe a little more sugar, whatever it needs. We'll take it up there once we start making this. But at least I got everything cut. And also be careful with the habanero because I put one orange one and I put half of a red one. I don't even want to touch it. Half of the red one. Trying to get away there. It was just one orange habanero and one half a red one, and it's pretty hot. I tasted it just by touching it, putting it in my mouth, and man, my mouth is kind of burning right now, my lips and all. But it's all good. Um, One thing I noticed when you mix it with the pineapple, the acid kind of reduces the heat. Also, when you cook it with the garlic, when you put heat on it, it does a reduction on the heat element of the pepper. So I've noticed that. So, don't be scared when it's too hot, but you don't want to make it too hot, then you have to make more, and then nobody's going to eat it. It's just too hot. So I think we're good with just 1.5 peppers, and I took the seeds out. I definitely didn't put the seeds in there. Okay, and I'll test it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put about half of that in there at first and get it cooked to see how it comes out. Put the other half, add on more as I go along, because you got to be careful with that stuff, or else it'll be too hot. Nobody's gonna eat it except for me. All right. So I'll get back with y'all in the shish kebab department. All right, here we go. We're gonna start the cooking of the glaze. I'm gonna put on there the pineapple, the mango, the garlic, the habanero, the cilantro, and what I'm gonna add 3 of these small cans of Sprite. You can add Sprite or any juice you want. You can add apple juice, pineapple juice, guava juice, or add sugar and water. But basically, we're gonna make a base. It's got to be light and able to put on the shish kebabs. So we're gonna get this heated up, and then we're gonna get everything processed, and I'm gonna put it through a strainer where I just have nothing but glaze and juice, maybe just a little bit of the pulp when it comes out. Okay, so let me start this. So I'm gonna get the shish kebabs going, and I'll come back to you on that. Okay, the jasmine rice is done. We got 2 cups of jasmine rice, which means 4 cups of water, and I just made my hoe and I'm about to put my ice water in there, and then top it off for 5 minutes, and I'm gonna set that to the side, and I'm start working on my scampi. Meanwhile, I got my fire going, and I'm about to get the fire going, and I'm still working on my shish kebab. So I'll come back to you on that. Okay, what I did, I needed some more essence. So what I did, I put some onion powder, a little bit of sea salt, and some ground pepper, and it was per taste. I didn't measure, and it still wasn't quite sweet enough, even with the 3 little Sprite cans. So I added about a cup of sugar, added more water, and then I had the rest of this Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. It probably had about a third in there. I put water in there, shook it up, and dumped the rest in there, and now it tastes great. And we're gonna have a lot left over. We're not gonna use it all on the shish kebabs when it's done, but it's gonna go back in the Baby Ray's, and it's gonna join the next barbecue we do. And whatever we decide to do, it's gonna be right there, saved in the refrigerator. So let me work on that. I still got them starting to boil. I'm gonna process that, cool it down, and I'm still working on the shish kebabs. And I'll get back to you on that. All right, people, look at that. Mission complete. We're ready to get the grill. The grill's already going. We got the sauce cooling down to put on there. The rice is on standby, and I'm gonna make the scampi in a little bit once I get everything else going. But let me explain a little bit about the process here. Alrighty, those were all the vegetables. I put them together, and basically what we wanted to do is something like this: 2 pineapple, 2 shrimp, and 2 chicken breasts. The shrimp and the chicken breasts have already been marinated. I haven't put any salt or nothing because the sauce is gonna have plenty of salt. And I make as many as I can. I think I got about 13 or 14. Everybody's gonna get a couple of them, and the rice and all. It's gonna be a good meal for the family. Oh, and then the bonus I wanted to show you is this. This is my biodegradable sauce brush or barbecue brush. Sauce brush. And as you use this, it begins to disintegrate. And what it does, it trizzlates into the meat. And once you get down to the bottom, it starts to burn away. Take the rubber bands off and voila, throw it on the meat and you're done. Okay, another thing, I'll buy my skewers at Walmart. And what we have here is it's a thick skewer. There's thin ones, don't get the thin ones, don't get the too thick ones. This is like the medium one. It's a thick one, it handles a stack, it won't burn off. And they're very sharp, so when you make these, always have something soft to put the veggie on and kind of slam it down to get it started, move it down, slam it on. If you're not careful what you're doing, you're going to poke yourself and this will draw some blood, so watch out. And you can make shish kebabs with, I like to use sirloin and sausage, and then I use bell peppers. I don't use pineapple, but you know, you can make whatever you want. You can use fish. Codfish is good. It's got to be a firm fish. I've done that before. Or you could just batter all kinds of seafood on there, fish and everything, onions, and batter it and fry it. I've done that before. So that earned me the name back in the day, Shish Kebab Joe. But anyway, we're going to get this going. I got the fire going. I'm going to set it up, show you how I do it, and use my little brushing technique. You're going to learn. You can use this for anything. Brisket, chicken, wings, everything. Why throw it away? A few onions, about $1, and the leftover stems from the cilantro you don't use. I shave my cilantro, use nothing but the leaves, and these are the stems, and they're gonna just, you know, trizzlate into the meat, man, and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, we'll see you in a minute. Okay, we're starting on the scampi here. I'll put some butter in there. I guess about maybe a stick and a half, 2 sticks of butter will be good because it's got it's about 2 sticks of butter. And I put the garlic in there that I had on the side. I'm going to get that going real good. And then what we're going to do is go back and add all the veggies, the mushrooms, the parsley, and the onions. And once that gets done pretty good, we're going to add the seafood, the imitation crab and the shrimp. And that should come out together. And once that's done, the rice is already on standby. We'll just put it together when we're ready to eat. Okay, looks like everything's coming together real good. It smells really good right now. The garlic's really coming in. The colors look good. I'm about to add the seafood, but I had to add a little essence. So what I did is the same old 3. Ground pepper, onion, and sea salt. You can put whatever other seasonings you think, Greek seasoning and all that. But since I got Greek seasoning already on the chicken and the shrimp, I figured I'd just keep it plain and simple and let the garlic shine through. Okay, so I got the rice on standby. And over here, I'm about to add the seafood. And I got my sauce for the shish kebabs cooling down right here. And I'm about to throw that in the blender, process it, and I'll show you the final outcome. All right, people. It tastes so good. That's the scampi. I haven't mixed it with the rice yet, but you can put noodles or spaghetti You can mix this anything. You can stuff something with it if you want. So good. The rice is ready. Nice and fluffy. I need to fluff that out right now. I put the ice water in there. And over here, I've already taken all the stuff out. I blended it and I put it through a strainer here like this. Got all the pulp out, threw the pulp away. What's going to go in the garden. And I got my dipping sauce right there with my biodegradable brush, my onion brush. And that's going to be good. And I'm going to get the fire going. The fire's already going, but I'm going to be on top of those shish kebabs because, you know, they're delicate. And I got to be searing them and flipping them. Get back with y'all then. Well, what can I say? Sometimes I leave myself speechless. We're going to get this in the oven, warm it up, and let me work on the shish kebabs. My fire turned off, so I got to go back there and nurse that. It's a little windy, and it's going to take a while because I like to nurse my shish kebabs very carefully and make sure I slap them with enough of this habanero mango pineapple sauce right here. It's going to make it excellent. Boy, it's going to be good. See you in a little bit. All right, here we are in the grilling department. Everything's toasting up nice. Everything looks very happy. You got to stay on top of these things because they do cook fast. So I got my sauce here, and that's gonna make it taste great. But what really makes it good, of course, is the wood. And here we got the wood. A little bit of oak, mesquite, hickory, and pecan. I got a little bit of all four, including a base of charcoal with the oak. And that's what we're doing today. It's a little windy. Let's just start brushing some of the sauce on here, and basically, you know how that gets done. Dip and slap. There you go. There you go. All the way down the line. So the onion's already kind of disintegrating and trisolating. So we'll come back to you once the finished product. I really can't. Got to be hands-on, man. Can't let it go. Can't let it go. Okay. So I'll get back to y'all as soon as everything comes along and it's ready to plate. All right, looks like I got everything out of the smoker. I had my rice warming. Looks like everything's lined up. Got my French bread in the oven, and I'll start plating soon. See who's first up to bat. See ya. All right, dinner is served. It looks like everybody else is taking their time to get to the table, so I'm going to go ahead and serve myself. But wait a minute. It looks like something's missing. Bam! You know I need some spots in my life. You have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know I will.